The poet once said, "Bound by hair, we become husband and wife, and our love is without doubt." Even so, life has a way of testing the strength of any marriage. The story of Su Wu, a Han Dynasty diplomat, is a stark reminder of this. After being held captive for years in the Xiongnu territory, Su Wu returned home to find his family broken apart. It shows that even the strongest bonds can be worn down by time and the difficulties of life. In today's peaceful times, most couples who make it to their 60s still have the blessing of being together, a luxury that many of our ancestors did not have. However, many elderly couples still struggle with conflict and misunderstandings, failing to adjust their relationships as they age. As we grow older, learning how to better manage our marriages becomes more crucial than ever. The following 5 aspects of married life, often overlooked, are important to maintain harmony in the later years. 1. Don't leave the house with resentment. As both partners retire, they have more time to spend together and venture outside, whether it's for a walk, dancing, playing mahjong, or just running errands. However, it's important to remember that as we age, safety becomes a bigger concern. If you leave the house holding on to resentment, you might find yourself walking at a distance from each other or even intentionally avoiding your spouse. This distance can be dangerous if something happens. For example, if your wife stumbles and you're too far away, you might not be able to help her in time. This is especially true for those who may need a walking stick or have mobility issues. While a little disagreement at home is normal, it's important to let go of anger before stepping outside. It's better to keep a close, protective eye on each other, adjusting your attitude before leaving the house. If there's any unresolved tension, save it for when you're back home, where you can safely talk things over. 2. Don't bring anger into the house. There's an old saying, "Don't drink morning wine, don't scold your wife at night." It means that, no matter what, avoid using alcohol as an excuse to lash out at your partner, and never go to bed angry. When couples argue before bed, it disrupts their rest and creates a cold, tense atmosphere in the home. Sleeping back to back in silence isn't healthy for the relationship and can damage your bond over time. At 60 and beyond, your children are likely out of the house living their own lives. The true beauty of old age is found in the simple pleasures of 2 people, 3 meals, for seasons together. A peaceful home, free from petty arguments, makes for a much more comfortable life. If you find yourself frustrated with your spouse, it's better to keep those feelings inside the house rather than venting to outsiders. Publicly airing grievances only damages your reputation and makes your problems worse. 3. Don't let impatience ruin tasks. As we age, handling daily tasks becomes more challenging, especially as technology continues to advance. With smartphones and smart devices becoming the norm, older generations often struggle to keep up. Take the example of writer Yi Yun. He was tech-savvy and frequently used computers and smartphones for work, but his retired wife, despite being well-educated, found smartphones difficult to navigate. One day, Yi patiently taught his wife how to use her phone, showing her how to make video calls with their son and use her new phone plan. Over time, she became more comfortable with technology, and Yi felt proud of her progress. The key takeaway here is that patience is crucial in a marriage, especially when tackling difficult tasks. If you and your spouse approach problems calmly and work together, you'll solve them more easily. Avoid getting frustrated or snapping at each other over misunderstandings, especially when learning new things. For complex issues, don't hesitate to ask for help, whether from younger family members or service providers. It's better to seek guidance than to let impatience lead to arguments. 4. Don't trust luck when browsing the internet. As more elderly people use smartphones and access the internet, they become vulnerable to scams and misleading advertisements. Pop-up ads promising lottery winnings or special offers often trick older people into clicking, sometimes leading to financial losses. When it comes to these online traps, couples should communicate openly and help each other recognize scams. Discuss any suspicious messages or offers, and don't hesitate to ask children or even the police for help if something seems off. Keeping a cautious attitude and never trusting luck is the best way to protect both your finances and your relationship. If money is lost to a scam, it can lead to deeper strains on the marriage, especially as it impacts your retirement and security. 5. Don't let frustration cloud childcare. Many retirees help care for their grandchildren, which can be a rewarding experience. Spending time with your children and grandchildren, while exploring new cities and landscapes, can bring great joy. However, it also comes with challenges, as different generations living closely together often leads to disagreements. No matter how stressful it gets, always stay calm and patient while looking after grandchildren. Don't let your frustration cause you to neglect the child, even for a few hours. A child should never be left unsupervised, as safety is a priority. Working together as a couple to care for grandchildren can be a wonderful thing, but you need to communicate clearly and resolve any differences before they escalate. If one partner prefers taking the child to the park while the other favors staying home, make sure to discuss it openly. Additionally, check with the child. Sometimes their opinion on how to spend the day matters too. 6. Adjust your relationship as you age. As the saying goes, young couples become companions in old age. Once you're past 60, it's important to adapt your relationship to suit your current stage of life. Handle the details of daily living thoughtfully, avoiding unnecessary conflicts in your marriage. The older you get, the more you should cherish the person who has been by your side for decades. Even if you don't have a lot of money or the opportunity to travel the world, a loving relationship can turn any moment into a beautiful experience. Lastly, don't be too stubborn or insist on doing everything your way. Consider your partner's perspective and the bigger picture. Life is much smoother when you make decisions together and find balance in your relationship. A good marriage is one where both partners continue to love and support each other until the end. Whether in life or death, cherish the bond you've built, for it's the greatest treasure you'll carry forward.